What's up, everybody? KG here, coming at you with a quick and easy tutorial showing you how to bridge in and out of the ETHPOW or ETHW network, which is effectively buying and selling ETHW. A couple things to note going into this video. One, I will not be showing you how to connect to ETHW, but I do have a link in the description for another quick and easy tutorial showing you how to do that. Two, you see me using the word bridge in quotes because this is not a bridge in the traditional sense of the word, where we are not wrapping assets from one chain to another, storing the original asset in a smart contract, allowing me to redeem the wrapped asset for the original asset. We're not diving into bridges, but that is why this service is not a bridge, because we're not doing that. Which leads me to point number 3. This is why it's effectively buying and selling, as well as effectively being a bridge, because it's going to allow me to swap assets from multiple chains into ETHW and take my ETHW and swap it into other assets off chain. So that's all. Let's jump right into it. Boop. Here we are on changenow.io. I will also drop that link in the description. Here on changenow.io, you could take assets from multiple chains and swap them interchangeably. This is the screen you're going to see when you first load up. And for the purposes of this video, we're going to be swapping out of ETHW. So we'll type in ETHW. And I know that I'm going to be swapping 0.5. And what's really cool here with this service is you can go into, you can see the sheer number of assets that are here. You can even go into individual ERC20s or BEP20s, and you could type them in to see if your token's on the list. So for example, I use Hex, and you can see it's Hex on the Ethereum chain. So I could take ETHW and swap directly into Hex on the Ethereum chain. And this is why it's bridge-like. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go directly into ETH. And what I just showed you works vice versa. I can go from Bitcoin to ETHW, from Hex on Ethereum to ETHW. So you go whatever way you want to go. The tutorial is exactly the same. So if you're happy with the proposed rate, click Exchange. It's going to recalculate that rate once more. You may see a little fluctuation here because it's calculating based on real-time value. And right here is where you're going to put the address that the assets you are receiving go into. So in this case, since I'm receiving ETH, I'm going to put an ETH payout address. If it was Bitcoin, if it was whatever a token or coin, you're going to put the relevant address there. So let's go over here to MetaMask. I'm on Ethereum mainnet, and this is the address that I want the ETH to go to. Copy to clipboard. Go back. Still calculating that rate. Paste the address. Now that the rate has been calculated, if you're happy with that, you can click Next. You may get this warning. The network fees for this exchange transaction are relatively high, which will significantly reduce the amount of funds you will receive. I'm sending a low amount, which is probably why I'm seeing this. If you send a higher amount, I don't see this. You may not. If you're okay with that, click I understand. Let's start. And then you're going to see another confirmation of sending 0.5 ETHW, receiving 0.0012 ETH to this address, estimated arrival 10 minutes, confirm. It's going to load. Okay. So Here's where you need to pay close attention. So it wants me to send, and I need to send 0.5 ETHW to this address. So this is Change Now's address. Do not copy this address that you see on my screen. It will generate you a unique address for every transaction. Do not copy this address. I repeat, do not copy the one on my screen. Copy whatever it shows you on your screen. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to send a transaction to this address. So I'm going to go over to, and then you also need to check the recipient wallet to make sure that that is your correct wallet. So I'm going to make sure I am on ETHW. I have my 0.55. I'm going to paste that address in there, and I'm going to confirm OX02 8CA. OX02 8CA. That's the address I want it to go to. You're going to send exactly the amount that you specified you were going to send. Next. Confirm. You can see it is pending. So let's talk about something here while it pens. I was testing this last night, and you see this note right here. Please note that exchanges of the ETHW mainnet might take some time due to the fact that network transactions require at least 1,500 confirmations to be considered valid. I'm not going to deep dive into what this means, but for me, it actually took 5 hours last night for me to receive my Ethereum when I was bridging out of my ETHW. It was going at a rate of about 300 confirmations per hour. So if it takes you several hours to receive whichever way you're going, in or out, don't worry, it's probably okay. But I will show you how to check and track your confirmations. So let's head back to MetaMask. Here's my transaction. Click on it. View on Block Explorer. And you can see right here, if you go to block height, this number right here is your transaction confirmations. So I've only had 3 out of 1,500 so far. So if I click refresh, it still hasn't gone up. We'll try one more time. There, it went up. So I have 5 confirmations now. So what's going to happen is this is going to spin and spin and spin until those confirmations occur. Then you will see confirming, you will see exchanging, then sending to you. This is the part that takes a long time. From awaiting deposit to confirming, that's what's going to take you the time. Confirming to sending to you, 10 or 15 minutes. If at any point in time you get nervous or uncomfortable, like you don't know what's going on, click this support button here, click live chat, and somebody will jump on chat with you almost immediately 24/7, and they will walk you through what's happening. So it's a very cool service that they offer. I'm not going to sit here and obviously show for 5 hours, but when it finally does confirm, all you have to do is go to MetaMask, to your Bitcoin address, to wherever you bridged in or out of, and see where you're holding those assets, and you will see that those assets have arrived. Whenever it says sending to you, you will, and whenever this is done, you will get some kind of congratulations or confirmation. It will show you. What's also important is that you leave this screen open. So if you got to do other things on your computer, just minimize, but leave this screen open and let it operate until your transaction has completed. That's it. You have successfully bridged in or out of ETHW, or bought or sold your ETHW. If this video was helpful, please give it a like. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful. Peace.